Hey, welcome to Journey. My name is Lodro, and this is Meditation 101. Let's start with a very clear definition of what meditation is. Meditation is substituting our discursive thinking for a specific object of our attention. So in some forms of meditation, we might hear sound and use that as the object of meditation. Other people might do a mantra or a phrase that we would repeat, and that's the object of our meditation. More often than not, when we're talking about mindfulness, which stems from the Buddhist tradition, we're talking about being mindful of something like the breath. The breath is always available to us. It's always here, so we can always tune into it and learn to be present. So I used this term before, mindfulness. Mindfulness is the act of being presently aware of what is occurring without judgment. And this is where meditation gets really tricky. Because a lot of times we do judge ourselves. We think we should be better at it because we have so many thoughts, we must be failing at it. Not true. Some teachers have estimated that we have between 60 and 80,000 thoughts every single day. So we're not going to have a thoughtless meditation, but we are going to develop a different relationship with our thoughts. In fact, every time thoughts come up in meditation, we acknowledge them and we come back to something stabilizing and soothing like the breath. Then we might actually have a chance of rewiring the brain so that in the rest of our day-to-day life, when we get triggered by stressful thinking, we can come back and just be present. Drinking the morning coffee, having the conversation that's happening right now, walking the dog, we're just there. We're more fully present for and authentic in our daily life. So we're going to give it a try. And I'm going to throw in one final version at the very end of our practice session, which is known as a contemplation. In contemplation practice, we might ask ourselves a question or reflect on a phrase, see what answers arise from within us. Don't mean to get woo-woo here, but this is like trusting our gut or our intuition or our wisdom mind, however you want to talk about it. But it's less analytical or psychological than trying to figure out a problem. So I'll guide us every step of the way. Don't worry about a thing. If you want to set your phone aside, you can. You could just get into the body to start with me here. And I'm going to lead us through a brief body scan. So you might notice I'm wiggling a little bit. If you need to get comfortable by moving the body, great, and then let it settle. If you're standing, just put a light bend in your knees. If you're on the go, slow down a little bit. We want to actually land here physically. So sinking in, if you're seated, put your feet about hips width apart on the ground. If you're sitting cross-legged, just get comfortable. You can keep the legs loosely crossed. Just feel your body right now on the earth. Let yourself be supported. Let's take a deep breath, breathing in and breathing out. Our posture is often mountain-like, meaning that we have the solid base. And then we can lift up gently through the spine, extending upwards vertebrae by vertebrae, almost going up the spine like a ladder. Allow for your natural curvature of your spine. And with this strong skeletal structure, we can let all the muscles hang loose like coats on a coat rack. Just let them hang off. So our shoulders can relax. Our arms can relax. Our upper and lower back can relax. If you're not used to sitting upright like this, it might be a little uncomfortable at first, and there's just a learning curve that comes with many types of this meditation. But one way to support yourself is to just pick your hands up at the axis point of your elbows, and then drop them palms down. And you'll find that this is a natural spot that will give you the most support for your back. That way we don't topple too far forward. The head rests at the top of the spine, with our chin slightly tucked in. Relax the muscles in your face, uncreasing the forehead, relaxing the muscles around the eyes, cheeks, even the jaw, letting the jaw hang open slightly. Different schools of thought around what to do with your eyes, but if you'd like to close your eyes in meditation, go for it. Sometimes with mindfulness of the breath, it's encouraged that we keep our eyes open because we're waking up to the present moment. Also, if you're a little sleepy, it might be nice to keep the eyes open so you don't pass out. In this case, you could just pick a spot 3-4 feet ahead of you on the ground and let the gaze become loose and unfocused, a little bit more panoramic than the way we normally look at things. And just feel your body right now, noticing how you feel. If there's any tension, you need to move a little, go ahead. But let it relax. And now just bring your attention to feeling your body breathing. Just noticing the full sensation of your in-breath and your out-breath, both. The nice thing about meditation is that there isn't anything we have to do or generate. We don't have to contort ourselves in any way. We can just relax with the way things are. Again, we're being present to what is currently occurring, in this case, the breath. And this would be awesome if we didn't also have tens of thousands of thoughts every day. Thoughts are not a problem in meditation. They're not something to be overcome because the mind is going to continuously kick up new thoughts. Over time, though, the volume of the thoughts might be turned down. And certainly, our willingness to chase after every one gets caught up a little bit. We don't actually do it as much. So it might feel a little bit like a waterfall of thoughts as we get going, one after another after another. And if that happens to you, my advice is just to gently acknowledge it and then come back to the body breathing. If it's helpful, you could even silently say to yourself, thinking. Not good thought or bad thought, just thinking. And then return your attention to wherever you are in the natural cycle of your breath. we're getting the hang of it, I'm going to transition us into the contemplative part of our meditation practice today. And I'll ask a question, and again, just notice what answers bubble up from within you. Just give yourself some space and see what comes up. So the question today is, what am I grateful for? What am I grateful for? So here the object of our attention is the question, and we just notice what comes up in response. Let the answers wash over us like a wave, and then return to the question once more. What am I grateful for? It might be someone in your life who's shown you a lot of kindness and support. Maybe it's an activity that you get to do soon. If you're struggling, you could even just reflect on the most basic elements of your life, like, can you move your body? Can you hear or see? Could you be grateful for those things? What am I grateful for? At this point, we can let go of the words and just notice any feeling of gratitude that might be there. Any sense of openness or appreciation. However you're feeling right now is fine, but just take a moment to look. How am I feeling? And to close, we're going to take 3 deep breaths in through the nose and then out through the mouth, just calming the nervous system. Breathing in and breathing out. In through the nose and out. Last one, in, out. And at your own pace, transitioning out of meditation, bringing some light movement back into the body. So today we did 2 forms of meditation. One I would call concentration meditation, mindfulness of the breath, and the other contemplative meditation, where we reflected on what we're actually grateful for, so that we could actually turn our attention to that quality and then feel it in the body. So I'm hoping this is helpful. And if you'd like to continue on, and I certainly hope you will, you can join me and many of the other teachers for live classes anytime, day and night. We've got them streaming all the time. And also, there's many more on-demand videos to explore. I hope it's helpful, and I can't wait to see you soon. Cheers.